Good afternoon, everyone. Before I get underway, can you please all join me in thanking Brittany Lundeen, not only for this wonderful event, but being transfer counselor extraordinaire. I am so honored to be here today to celebrate Cerritos College's class of 2017 transfer students. And I want to welcome you to a very special club of students who have successfully achieved the goal of transfer. These students who've gone on to be poets and politicians, actors and athletes, educators and engineers. And I'm honored to be part of this club too, as one of Cerritos College's transfer success stories. So let's give a round of applause to all of you. And I do have one more big thank you to give. All of you here have brought the people in your life who support you, and I'm so happy that we have these people. My students often ask me who I model my teaching on, and there's definitely one person I model my teaching on, and that is my mom, Helka Hoppe, who I've had join me today, and she's right here. Could you give her a round of applause? I love you, Mom. It's going to make me cry, but so being here today, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of our success stories, and I want to share with you my words of wisdom or rules of success for all of you. Being up here reminds me of some of my friends that I graduated with, and I want to mention two of them. One of my closest friends when I was a student at Cerritos College was Karen Stuffelbeam. She went on to graduate from Cerritos. She transferred to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where she majored in civil engineering. She was one of the only women in the program. Today, she is the lead engineer at CDOT, the Colorado Department of Transportation. So if you have a complaint about Colorado roads, I have her number, okay? I had another good friend, Brett Barbary, who played for the Cerritos College baseball team, and he transferred from Cerritos to USC. The connections led him to playing for the U.S. Olympic baseball team, and from which there he was drafted into the pros, and he had a very lucrative career. And he's gone down in history as being the first baseball player ever to have a hit for the Florida Marlins, and it all started here at Cerritos. That's a little bit of our history. Before me now, I see our future success stories. I'm looking at Gina Mendoza right over here. Gina, wave at everybody. Gina just told me this week that she was accepted to UCLA. And every day when I see Gina in class, she is just magical. But I need to tell you all, she got accepted to UCLA, but she juggles several different hats. She is a wife, she is a mother, she works, and she's a Cerritos College student. I'm so proud of you, Gina. One of my other superstars is out here, Anthony. Anthony, will you say hello to all of us? Hello, Anthony. And everyone, Anthony Molina, he's done so many things, and when I think of you, I think of the word adventure. You have the most adventurous soul. He wrestled for his high school wrestling team. He went to China with the U.S. Olympic wrestling team. I would like to list for you today all the universities he's been accepted to, but I only have 10 minutes. So he was accepted to UCLA, and that is his choice, and we're glad you're going to be here in LA with all of us. Please give Anthony a round of applause. I know that all of you in this room know a little bit about success, but I'm going to share with you my 5 rules for success in work, school, and life, and I think you'll hear some of my themes overlap with some of Gerardo's themes, and we didn't collaborate, I promise. So my rule number 1 is just show up. And what I mean by that is you may know the Woody Allen quote that says 80% of life success is just showing up. And so when you transfer, join the club, become the intern, right? Make a new friend. Go travel abroad, do all these things, because just showing up can make all the difference in our lives. I think of one of my students, Abraham Gomez, who took my speech class over the summer, and he wanted to be an aerospace engineer. And it just so happened in the Daily Falcon, an announcement came out that NASA was recruiting students for a scholarship program. So I gave it to him. And he goes, "You really think I could do this?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" And so he applied and he was accepted. And he completed a 3-month training program with NASA engineers before successfully transferring to USC. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? I want to call out someone else in the audience who took this advice to just show up, and that's Alicia Hardick. Hi, Alicia. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. Alicia came to us from Cerritos High School with, I'm sorry, Alicia, but a less than stellar GPA, okay, let's be honest. And yet she fell in love with learning at Cerritos College. She got involved. She joined the speech and debate team. She got her own radio program at our station. Last semester, she came to me and said, "I'm thinking of applying to Berkeley, but I just don't think I'm going to get in." And I said, "Yeah, just go for it. Just show up," right? And last week, she came to see me. She got into Berkeley. Congratulations. When in doubt, just show up. Rule number 2, treat every problem as though it has a solution. My Uncle Darrell used to say that problems are opportunities in disguise. And one of my favorite stories to illustrate this comes from a math student at Berkeley by the name of George Danzig. George was a math student in the 1940s, and George had a problem. Even though he did show up, he was always late. And he came to class one day, and there were 2 difficult problems on the board. And he thought they were the homework for the week. So he copied them down, and he took them home with him. And as he was working on them, he thought, man, these problems are a little bit harder than usual. But he solved the problems, and he turned the homework in. And his professor said, "That wasn't homework." And he goes, "Well, what was it?" He said, "Oh, those were 2 unsolvable math problems that even Einstein couldn't solve." And he goes, "Oh, talk about how he used his time and his buckets that week, right?" 6 weeks later, his professor tracked him down on campus. He had solved the problems. Berkeley awarded him his doctorate for the achievement. Amazing. George said, had he known the problems weren't solvable, he wouldn't have tried. And remember this, treat every problem like it has a solution. Maybe that problem's been waiting for you. Rule number 3, don't be afraid to fail. Unfortunately, education teaches us that failure's bad. If we get a bad grade, we get upset. But every failure is a learning opportunity. Failure is not the end, it's only the beginning. Ask some famous people around us like Oprah Winfrey. You all know Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job. Did you know that? She was fired. Her boss said she was unfit for TV. Talk to her about how that turned out, right? I always love the story of Michael Jordan, right? Who was kicked off of his freshman basketball team. When he came home crying to his mom, she said, "Don't cry to me, go outside and practice." And he did. And he went on to be arguably the greatest basketball player we've seen in U.S. history. Those of you who want to debate me can see me later, okay? All right? And you know, the thing is, we have to do these things even though we may fail sometime. And I constantly set myself up for things that I may fail out. One of my most recent failures was that I took a singing class. Yes, this was a total fail, okay? I thought that they could help anybody, but obviously there's just some skills we can't learn. Don't ask me to prove it, okay? And next, rule number 4, don't let life's setbacks define you. Let them inspire you. The nature of life is we're going to have setbacks at different times. The one story I always go back to is Wilma Rudolph. You may know her, the famous runner. She was born in 1940, weighing just 4.5 pounds. She was one of 23 children in her family. Yes, 23. Dr. Johnson, my mother, had the same reaction as you this morning. By the time she was 12, she had suffered from chickenpox, mumps, measles, scarlet fever, whooping cough, and polio. Her right leg was so deformed that doctors told her she would never walk again. Her mother drove her twice a week, 50 miles away for physical therapy so she could learn to walk again, and she did. And because she had 22 brothers and sisters, she had to learn to run. Any of you who have brothers and sisters know what I'm talking about, right? And not only did she learn to run, she ran well. And in fact, she competed in the Olympics where she was the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field during a single Olympic Games. She was hailed as the fastest woman on earth. We're going to face setbacks, hardships with finances, with family, with heartache, but don't let these things define you. Use education as your solace and your safeguard and let it carry you through the difficult times. My last rule for you is to follow your passions. There's a Confucius saying that says if you never want to work a day in your life, do something you love. And I really feel like I've achieved that. And I'm so thankful for Cerritos College, not only for educating me and giving me the tools I needed to succeed in life, but for also being kind enough to hire me when I was done with college. And I love what I do. I am so lucky. I love it because I'm passionate about the field of communication. I love working at Cerritos with my fabulous colleagues, and I love our students because if you didn't get it, we have the best students around, don't we? So everyone, follow your passion. If there's something you love, pursue it and do something that will help to make the world a better place. I know that all of you have your own rules for success and use them to live this life well. I'm so proud of each and every one of you here, and I just want to leave you with one thought. I want you to remember that happiness is not a destination, it's a journey, and enjoy the journey you are about to embark on. Thank you.